The year is 2040. The world is no longer dominated by a single superpower. The geopolitical landscape has transformed, with multiple nations and alliances vying for influence. The United States, once the undisputed leader, faces challenges from rising powers and shifting alliances. The global balance of power is in flux, and the decisions made today will shape the world of tomorrow. Let's take a step back and recap the 20th century. The 20th century was characterized by the dominance of the United States. Following World War II, the U.S. emerged as the world's leading economic and military power. The establishment of institutions like the United Nations, World Bank, and International Monetary Fund solidified its position. The Cold War further entrenched the U.S. as a global leader, with NATO serving as a bulwark against Soviet expansion. However, the 21st century has seen the rise of new powers. China's rapid economic growth and military modernization have positioned it as a formidable competitor. Russia's assertive foreign policy, exemplified by its actions in Ukraine and Syria, challenges the Western-led order. Meanwhile, regional powers like India and Brazil are asserting their influence on the global stage. This shift signals a move towards a multipolar world where power is distributed among several key players. The next 15 years are crucial. Decisions made now regarding trade, defense, and diplomacy will determine the global power structure in 2040. The choices nations make about alliances, technological development, and climate action will have lasting impacts. The world stands at a crossroads, and the path chosen will define the future. So who are the main contenders for global leadership in 2040? Let's start with Asia's rise. China's Belt and Road Initiative, BRI, has expanded its influence across Asia, Africa, and Europe. By investing in infrastructure projects, China has fostered economic ties and increased its geopolitical footprint. Militarily, China has modernized its forces, focusing on advanced technologies like hypersonic missiles and artificial intelligence. Its growing presence in the South China Sea and assertive policies in Taiwan reflect its ambitions to reshape regional dynamics. India, with its youthful population, presents a different model. Its burgeoning tech industry, coupled with a growing manufacturing sector, positions it as a rising economic power. Strategic partnerships with countries like the United States and Japan enhance its global standing. India's democratic values and commitment to a rules-based international order make it an attractive partner for many nations. The Association of Southeast Asian Nations, or ASEAN, has become a significant economic bloc. Countries like Vietnam, Indonesia, and the Philippines are experiencing rapid economic growth. Their strategic location and collective bargaining power in trade negotiations amplify their influence. ASEAN's emphasis on regional stability and economic cooperation has made it a key player in global affairs. Now let's turn our attention to the West. Despite challenges, the West remains influential. The United States continues to lead in technological innovation, military capabilities, and cultural exports. The European Union, though facing internal challenges, remains a significant economic entity. The West's commitment to democratic values and human rights continues to attract allies worldwide. Africa's young population and vast natural resources offer immense potential. Nations like Nigeria, Kenya, and South Africa are emerging as regional leaders. Increased foreign investment and infrastructure development are spurring economic growth. However, challenges like governance issues and climate change pose risks to sustained progress. Alliances like AUKUS, Australia, United Kingdom, United States, Quad, United States, Japan, India, Australia, and BRICS Plus, Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, and others, are redefining global dynamics. These blocs serve as platforms for cooperation on security, trade, and technology. Their influence in shaping global norms and policies is growing. In the 21st century, technological prowess equates to power. Nations leading in artificial intelligence, quantum computing, and biotechnology have a strategic advantage. The race for technological supremacy is akin to the arms race of the past, with implications for security, economy, and global influence. Access to critical resources like rare earth elements, water, and energy is becoming a strategic concern. Nations that can ensure a stable supply of these resources have leverage in global negotiations. Additionally, the ability to adapt to climate change and manage environmental challenges is increasingly seen as a measure of national strength. Military and economic might are no longer the sole determinants of power. Soft power, cultural influence, diplomatic engagement, and the ability to shape narratives plays a crucial role. Nations that can project their values and culture effectively can sway global opinion and build alliances. Looking to 2040, several scenarios could unfold. A multipolar world where power is distributed among several nations and alliances, leading to a more balanced global order. A Chinese dominance, where China's economic and military rise positions it as the central global power. A Western resurgence, where the United States and its allies strengthen their influence, reaffirming the liberal international order. A fragmented world, where regional powers dominate their spheres, leading to a fragmented global system. A global cooperation, where nations collaborate to address global challenges like climate change and pandemics, leading to a unified world order. Key flashpoints to watch include the South China Sea. China's territorial claims and militarization of the region could lead to conflicts with neighboring countries and the United States. Taiwan. China's stance on Taiwan remains a significant source of tension with the West. Eastern Europe. Russia's actions in Ukraine and its relations with NATO will continue to influence European security. The Middle East. Ongoing conflicts and the role of external powers will shape the region's stability. Cybersecurity. The increasing threat of cyber attacks pose risks to national security and global infrastructure. Understanding these shifts is crucial. Stay informed about global developments, engage in discussions, and participate in democratic processes. The future is shaped by the actions of individuals and nations alike. The world of 2040 will be shaped by the decisions made today. As nations navigate the complexities of a multipolar world, the balance of power will continuously evolve. By understanding these dynamics and engaging proactively, we can influence the trajectory of global affairs. If you found this analysis insightful, please like, subscribe, and share. Stay tuned for more in-depth discussions on global trends and their implications.